Last semester, there was a big case in the news concerning Brittany Maynard. This poor woman, very young, had diagnosed stage 4 brain cancer. Basically, this means that you're gonna die, and you're gonna die in one of the most painful ways possible. Brittany moved to Oregon, where it's legal to have an assisted suicide pill, a euthanasia pill. And she took that on November 1st, I believe, and she killed herself with physician-assisted suicide. Now, I am very sad for Brittany, and the church is certainly sympathetic to the really tough situation that she was in and her family was in. And we are sorry for her, and we pray for the repose of her soul. But it saddened me more because when I heard about this, that she was going to do this, it saddened me more because this girl, Brittany, had no hope. She had no hope that there was something beyond her suffering worth living for. A lot of times, as people of good-heartedness, we might think euthanasia or mercy killing is something that would be good or kind or compassionate to do to alleviate suffering. That's an understandable desire to alleviate the suffering of someone. I don't like to see my loved ones suffer. I don't like to see myself suffering. But what someone who needs when they're in a situation like Brittany's, they're experiencing a lie from the devil. A lie that the devil is speaking that's saying you don't matter, that this isn't worth it, so you might as well just kill yourself because you have nothing to hope for anyway. We need to counteract this lie as Catholics, and we need to go behind someone's suffering and say, I am with you here. I will suffer with you. You do matter. And this is not all there is. We are pilgrims headed toward a heavenly home. This is not it. If you're unsatisfied in your life now, that's understandable because we are made for communion with God, eternal bliss and ecstasy. So really when someone is in that situation of facing euthanasia, we can do things to alleviate pain, but we can't ever directly intend the death of a person because you don't lose your dignity when you have stage 4 brain cancer. You just don't. There's a story in the Bible of the paralytic, of this paralyzed man who had kind of lost hope. And he had these friends who so loved him that they brought him to Jesus. They brought him to Jesus by tearing off the tiles of a roof and bringing this man down, this paralyzed man down, to a big crowded room where Jesus was. And Jesus says he saw their faith. He saw the faith of the friends, and he healed the paralyzed man. How different could this story be if the paralyzed man's friends said, let's give him a euthanasia pill? The suffering that exists in this world, God desires our hearts to be open our hearts to love in the suffering. And you know what? Healing comes out of this, healing and redemption.